There's a lot of construction going on behind me. Oh my gosh. It sounds like a building is being demolished behind me. Let's go check it out. We are going to visit one of my favorite hidden gems in Beverly Hills. You know, and to be honest, I was a little conflicted about showing you guys this because I want it to stay like a low-key hidden find. But like at the same time, like let's give it some exposure, you know? Also, my therapist says I really need to work on sharing more. I grew up an only child. Yeah, you guys are getting like the underground Beverly Hills tour. It feels special. Hi, it's Jess. So this place is an essential for both celebrities and non-influencer humans alike. Also, it's crazy because this was never even supposed to be in Beverly Hills in the first place. Tiny little problem. It is under construction right now, but we are still going to walk around it and get a good look at it, and it's not gonna stop us. When life gives you road bumps, you speed over them. This was built in 1965, and I am convinced this is the coolest gas station in Los Angeles. Or maybe like the coolest one I've ever seen. It was designed by Jin Wong. I've been obsessed with this gas station for a while, and I know that sounds weird because you don't think of gas stations as landmarks or destinations, but this one kind of is. When Wong was designing this in 1960, it was originally intended to be at LAX. It was supposed to be near the entrance and exit so that cars going in and out of the airport could gas up. And so when the plans fell through for LAX, it ended up here in Beverly Hills. Some people think this looks like a flying magic carpet, others a spaceship or UFO. Me, kind of looks like a mutant radioactive stingray. So this is a prime example of Googie architecture, and that is a real word. So Googie is a type of architecture that originated in Southern California, and it was pretty popular between like the 1950s to late 1960s. So Googie architecture was really all about being eye-catching and communicating with drivers on the road. As Los Angeles developed and turned into more of a sprawl with more suburbs, local businesses and gas stations and coffee shops couldn't really rely on like a tiny ass sign to get drivers' attention on the road. Like, you know, you needed a large eye-catching structure to really get a driver to pull over to your coffee shop or to your restaurant. So Googie architecture was all about being super bright and energetic and eye-catching. So the entire building in itself was kind of like a billboard. And this architecture stemmed out of a time in America that was pretty exciting and optimistic. The space race was going on, and there was a lot of enthusiasm and curiosity about technology and rocket ships and space in general. Like, imaginations were running wild, and I feel like the architecture just really reflects that. But the word itself came from a coffee shop in West Hollywood. It was designed by John Lautner, but the term was actually coined by an editor named Douglas Haskell, and he was using it as an insult. Like, he thought it was super tacky.
You're tacky and I hate you.
The oldest operating McDonald's is another great example of Googie architecture. I like can't say that word with a straight face. So when you think of Googie style architecture, just think of like a rocket ship or something that feels aerodynamic. A lot of neon, a lot of like aggressive angles going on, boomerang shapes, starbursts. Think of the Welcome to Las Vegas sign with that starburst. Like, so iconic. Everything was supposed to convey a feeling of movement or speed. But let's talk a little bit about the architect who designed this, Jin Wong. I actually didn't know about him until I started researching this gas station, and he has such a fascinating story and is so underappreciated and talked about, and so we're gonna talk about him. Wong immigrated from China when he was just 9 years old. He eventually served in World War II, and it was there that someone in his platoon realized that he was really artistic. Once he came back, he eventually went to USC's School of Architecture, and there, one of his professors, William Pereira, was so impressed with Wong's skills, he offered him a job. Like, the firm was part of designing the famous theme building at LAX. This has also been one of my favorites, so it's so cool to like connect my favorite gas station with this structure at LAX, and they're both designed by the same guy. Just like, He also worked on the Transamerica pyramid in San Francisco. Like, he definitely needs way more recognition because he's done so much. So when Jin Wong talked about this gas station, he wanted it to look modern, but look simple. Also, I love that it's literally just a gas station, which is something that's usually overlooked or ignored. But like, it truly is a work of art. This gas station's design is confident, has so much personality and vibrance, and it's not afraid to be itself. Wait, am I describing my own aspirational personality traits? Also proves that art really is everywhere. So thank you, Jin Wong, for creating the coolest gas station I think I've ever seen. Well, I hope you guys found that interesting and fun, and maybe you're going to start to notice that you have a cool ass gas station near you too. I went to visit at night just because I love how things somehow feel more mysterious or magical. Even an old gas station that's under construction. And fine, I was naively hoping that just maybe the neon lights would be on, but even without any light, it makes its presence known. I can't even begin to imagine all of the late night after party pit stops, the shenanigans, classic cars and celebrities this place has seen. It feels like a sleeping giant who's just waiting to be woken up and capture the attention of LA yet again. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.